Hey guys, welcome to FBG. Today we are back with Bricky and every single Space Marine Legion in a nutshell. Last time we learned a lot about the Space Marine Legions, especially my favorite Legion, the 2nd Legion, with their very amazing rule set directly borrowed from Fight Club, and the number one rule, we don't talk about the Fight Club. I really like this Legion because of very many things I can't really talk about. But without further ado, let's get right into the video, shall we? Hey, we're back! Let's go! Oh yeah!
The Iron Hands.
Ooh.
Allegiance, Loyalist.
Looks
Primarch,
badass.
Ferris Manus. A
Terminator.
machinist, an inventor, and not a great head on his shoulders.
Oh.
Single word, Bionics.
Terminators!
The Iron Hands are from the home planet of Medusa and their Primarch Ferris Manus. Does
go.
Ferris Manus have an iron hand? You fucking know he's got an iron hand. The
Hey.
Iron Hands believe that the flesh is weakness.
Hell yeah.
But despite all of their enhancements, despite all the things that made them demigods, replacing some of the flesh with bionics will allow them to serve the Emperor more. They go hard into
Well.
vehicles and dreadnoughts. Dreadnoughts being giant walking sarcophagi that have wounded space marines piloting them from the inside.
Wow.
Vehicles, metal upgrades.
That's huge.
These are the things that make up this legion. Their tech marines have servo arms sticking out from all directions. They have a wide array of mechanics and extremely often replace limbs with metal ones, serving all kinds of different functions to deal with their enemies. The Iron Hands are also
They look pretty badass. They look like they would directly come from, you know, the video game Cyberpunk. You know, big game, big failure, but cool design ideas, very cool stuff. They are like a middle-aged version of that. Looks pretty cool. All about enhancement, about pimping up your body, getting better, getting stronger. I really like that. They look super badass. Like I said, they're the new Terminators, it seems. They especially look like that to me, you know? Not maybe for guys that are very into the lore and know a lot about them, but for me, they look just like badass Terminators coming here to beat your fucking ass, man. I love them. They look cool. They look cool. I'm pretty into them. Let's continue.
not particularly nice. They're kind of assholes. I
Yes.
mean, Marines are already
They're
normally
the
pretty
best.
big assholes, but they're a little bit up
Yes.
there because of their flesh, civilians made of flesh, Because you see,
Oh.
the flesh is weak.
Yes.
Flesh is corruptible. Bionics,
True.
the strength of the machine is pure and cannot so easily be
Hell
corrupted.
yeah.
So if you want people who have this little techno fetishistic vibe to them, that love their vehicles and their walking coffins,
go.
hit up the Iron Hands.
Understand, Commander? I was never here.
Legion 11.
Oh. Okay, I will stand by. They're the best friends of the second Legion.
Why,
it
hello there.
seems.
I have returned from
Wait. I remember that music. Is that was Adventure Time, right? Right? I'm pretty sure. Also, second Legion callback. Hell yeah. Like it a lot.
touching grass. I know. I'm
I love
pretty
touching
cool
grass.
with the grass touching. And
Amazing.
now let's continue our Warhammer lecture.
This ruffles
Okay.
my jammies.
We love the
Okay, so what's going
11th
on here?
Legion.
I am a super sandwich.
The World Eaters. Allegiance,
Ooh,
Heretic.
I remember the
Primarch,
helmets.
Angron, a butcher, a slaughterer.
Like extremely, earth-shatteringly, unreasonably fuck-ass mad.
Single word descriptor, anger.
Didn't he remove part of his brain because he wasn't angry enough or something? So he could be angrier, and that is Angron. I kinda think I remember that from a video a while back. I don't know which video it was. Maybe it was his, but I remember that. He just wanted something removed because it wasn't angry enough. And so he got angrier.
Hey, you. Yeah, you.
Yeah, it's
Are you
me.
mad? Do you just fucking hate everything? Do you want
Yes.
to murder everything in sight and get
Yes.
rewarded for doing so? Then you should join the World Eaters. Home
Okay.
planet of Nuceria and Primarch Angron, who, if the
Where can
name
I sign
didn't
up?
suggest, is real fucking angry. Angron was raised a slave, forced to fight in gladiator pits. When he refused, they shoved old world
Oh, in that one picture, he looked a lot like, what is his name? Darth Malgus. If anyone knows him from Revan and Malgus, the Old Republic kind of style, he looks a lot like him. I like his style, and especially, you know, again, with all those cables and shit going on, their designs are just insane, man.
back into his brain, so that if he ever felt any emotion other than anger, it caused him extreme pain. All his sons,
so he can get angry
like their dad, also put a version of these nails in their brain. So now you have an entire legion who literally feel unimaginable pain if they are feeling any emotion other than anger. Slap them with a freight train of armor, 2 goddamn chainsaw axes, and you can see what's gonna happen. It's no wonder they're corrupted by corn. They're honestly a surprisingly sad legion that I actually screwed up in assuming that they were all just angry murderers. I mean, they are, but they didn't start out that way. Their corn corruption degraded their intelligence, their free will, and made powerful warriors into arguably even more powerful warriors, but blunt, like frothing at the mouth psycho warriors. The World Eaters, like I mentioned, the Space Wolves,
Ooh, I love that design. With the teeth directly fused with the helmet, and at least it looks that way. That is amazing. I really, really like this design. That's super cool.
They wear their concept on their sleeve. They are angry. They want to kill things. They want to kill you and maybe some of their friends. And that's the faction. They're red. They're mad. They're gonna run at you and cause death. If you like that,
and remember,
play the
red
World
is
Eaters.
always
or
faster.
you like because they were, you know, at one point a lot better than that. Most of Warhammer was a lot better than that. I was once a lot better than that. That was when I was in college.
With dreams,
I didn't
hopes,
finish college,
and a future.
Neither did Angron.
Hail, it is, Hail.
Hail, Caesar. If it's not done by sunrise, I'll cut your balls off.
The Ultramarines. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Rabute Gilliman. That's how how it's said. An analyst, a diplomat, a blueberry Boy Scout. Single word descriptor, duty. When you see Space Marines on a box or just Space Marines in promotional material, notice how they are always colored blue. These are the blue Space Marines. These ones here, the Ultramarines, who hail from the world of Macrog with their Primarch, Rabute Gorilla Man. Ultramarines are the white bread of Space Marines, the grilled chicken with salt and pepper. This is by no means an insult. They are plain Jane, but that's also because they are so goddamn good at their job. Their skill for warfare is paramount, but so is their ability for leadership. Gilliman for a while was a damn boring Primarch for all the reasons.
So the Ultramarines are basically the poster boys of the Space Marine Legions, I guess. They're the big poster boys, you know, you put them out there, those are our guys, they represent us, you know, they're out here helping all the people, saving the world. The rest, don't think about the rest. We don't talk about the rest. The rest, they're doing their job, man. They're doing their job. You don't have to know more. They're doing their job.
He was great because no matter how hard you try, you don't win a war without logistics, without supply lines, without trade routes, without infrastructure and economy.
Those are the Caesar
you don't
vibes,
win
I guess.
anything without all that stuff, and Gilliman knows it, which is why he has one of the largest standing empires in the Imperium, named Ultramar, which is why his sons are the most recognizable of all the Space Marines, which is why the only thing that rivals the weight of their victories is the weight of their egos. They are good at everything and bad at nothing. They are great at everything. Other legions can do other things better than them, but they are good at everything. The most interesting thing about the Ultramarines is their characters, as they are all now inflicted with various amounts of ultra depression for many reasons.
Depression
is, at the time of recording, the only playable Primarch currently on the tabletop, and the only one that has returned to the 41st millennium for the Loyalist side. He took one look at what his empire has become and immediately wanted to fucking die. Being forced to lead everything he once hated, an Imperium rotten to its core with his sole responsibility to save it. That's kind of what makes him interesting. They are a perfectly standard legion with perfectly standard ideals, and great if you want a simple, clean slate.
Stinky.
Oh no, stinky. Is there a reason why some of them have a red helmet? Does a red helmet mean something special? Because the other ones, you know, they are all blue. But some of those, I saw those red helmets and I was, yeah, basically thinking if they're any different. Are those commanders? Are those something special, or do some just, you know, have a red helmet for a very, you know, useless reason, basically? So that seems to me like a Nurgle Legion. And you know, that is a Legion I can agree with. Very good Legion. We love Nurgle here on this channel. Nurgle is a good man, honest grandfather. He's just, you know, loving the people, wants your best, serving the world.
Funny poop. Poop funny. Woo!
The Death Guard. Allegiance?
Yes.
Heretic. Primarch? Mortarion. A Reaper.
I remember
a
him.
Poison. An ungodly stench. Single word descriptor? Rot. The Death Guard hail from
Isn't he also
Barbaros,
figuring the tabletop?
with the Primarch Mortarion. The 14th Legion were known for their incredible resilience to damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Where the Imperial Fists were defensive
Yes.
thanks to tactics and posturing, the Death Guard were resilient because they could take a punch or a gut shot
Big
or a
tanks.
cannon to the chest and just keep on moving. They are slow, yet they are resistant, which was only confounded
yeah.
as a Death Guard captain, Typhus, codename Dickhead, sold them out to Nurgle,
Dickhead.
god of rot and decay.
Hell
Now,
yeah.
the Death Guard are a Nurgle-worshipping infected legion
they
whose
look
ability to feel
badass.
pain and take damage has all but just gone away. They wade through gunfire, able to kill normal Marines 10 times over and continue unharmed,
Amazing.
all while spreading rot and disease in the name of their dark, very stinky master. Where the
Very
Death
stinky.
Guard enter, plague spreads. People get sick and they die. They spread debilitating disease to all around them. Why would a legion need to be anything
The design
more
is so
than
vile.
very tanky when their enemies are falling over, puking, firing out of both ends, and having their skin peel off just by their presence?
Makes
Entire
sense.
worlds infested with a zombie rot,
And just
swarms
hug
of
them and
insects
they
that
die.
eat flesh and metal alike, all while the legion advances slowly, painfully, allowing the disease they spread to take its toll before they reap the lives they believe belong to them. And look at Mortarion's model, dude. The man is
Yeah, I
baller
knew.
as fuck. A
the model.
gigantic moth with a gigantic scythe.
Looks
Come on now.
badass.
The Death Guard.
For my next trek!
1,000 Suns.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
The Thousand
Okay.
Sons. Allegiance? Heretic. Primarch? Magnus the Red. A scholar.
Ooh.
A sorcerer. A fucking nerd. Single word descriptor? Magic. The Thousand Sons
Magic.
hail from their homeworld of Prospero, with their Primarch Magnus the Red. The final of our 4 major Chaos God factions, the Thousand Sons are disciples of Tzeentch, the Changer
Oh.
of Ways.
The guy that is basically Voldemort to me, because I can't say his damn name. Zetish. Now he said it's Tzeentch, but until the next video, I for sure will again forget how to say his name, because the others are basically easy, and he is, I don't know, his name is very hard to pronounce and keep in mind, man. Tzeentch.
Heavily inspired by their Egyptian theming, the Legion
love
themselves
the
are
Egyptian
slaves to
theme,
the
though.
god of trickery and change. Most of them no longer even having a physical form, reduced to just dust, piloting suits of armor at the whim of a sorcerer leader. The Thousand Sons do not
Well.
deserve their fate. There's a common joke that Magnus did nothing wrong. This is untrue. He has done much wrong. However, he
How
is
could you
very
say such a
sympathetic.
thing?
Mainly because the Space Wolves and Leman Russ sought to end their rivalry through the annihilation of their legion, escaping only
Wow.
through the assistance of the Changer of
That looks
Ways,
cool.
and forever changed because of it. Meanwhile, magic is their main tool. Take some Lovecraftian style abilities, the eyes everywhere,
Well.
and potent spells to
You know, I never can say no to those Chaos God designs. Those Chaos God designs, all their creatures, you know, their legions, they're infected with them. They always have such cool designs. All those eyes, spikes, you know, even tentacles, whatever, those designs. I always loved it in the Warcraft universe too. It's always this, yeah, like you said, Lovecraftian style. In Warcraft and World of Warcraft, it was the old gods. Here, it's the chaos gods, you know. Stuff just going wild. Even though a lot of the chaos gods are different and the old gods are basically all the same looking, all very Lovecraftian, nothing like Nurgle or Slanesh or Khorne going around. It's mostly like that. But their designs are still sick though. I really love those designs. It's pretty badass, pretty cool. The darker the better, the more evil the better, the more spikes the better, the more eyes the better, you know? It's just going wild with their designs, and I really appreciate it in the 40k universe.
Be cast at their foes, whether these are bolts of psychic lightning, reversing time itself, opening up portals to unreality, or changing the very fabric of the universe. The Thousand Suns sorcery knows no bounds, and they are very good at it. If you're a fan of like wizards, your classic style of spellcaster, and you want a ton of them combined with a tragic backstory,
it's also very interesting because they're basically spellcasters and stuff, but still have heavy weaponry, those big suits of super armor basically, and spellcaster protected by super suits. That is impossible in basically every other fantasy universe. You know, they're usually pretty weak physically, but those are even strong physically, so I wouldn't be shocked if someone runs close to you with his magic staff and just, you know, crushes your head. That's cool. That's just a cool design choice.
Primarch, who, like Mortarion, looks fucking baller. And the Thousand Suns are
big
for
steroids.
You fucking asshole! There's no way. You're a fucking cheater.
You're such a sore loser.
You're a cheater.
Ooh,
My
Horus.
dad works at Nintendo.
The Sons of Horus, or the Luna Wolves, or the Black Legion. Allegiance, heretic. Primarch, Horus, a warlord, a treasured friend, or the traitor himself. Single word descriptor, assault. The Sons of Horus are the formal name of Horus's legion, hailing from the world of Chthoniya. The Sons of Horus themselves were assault troops.
Did basically every single homeworld blew up? You know, we had so many blown up homeworlds by now. I don't know, is there any homeworld still in good shape, or are they all just gone because of whatever? It's basically, yeah, there's the homeworld and it blew up. Yep, homeworld and it blew up. This blew up as well. They're basically all gone by now. It's quite interesting.
The strength of their attack was some of the most powerful in the legions. While the White Scars may favor speed for their strikes, the Sons of Horus were known for their overall offensive power. It was even said that if the Sons of Horus met the Imperial Fists, they would be at a stalemate for eternity. However, the Sons of Horus are no longer, because, well...
Hello, Mr. Emperor.
They are now instead the Black Legion, led by Abaddon the Destroyer.
So the Emperor sneezed them to death. That's a very interesting fact. I think that is pretty accurate of what happened in the lore. I'm still in the middle of learning about, you know, the Empire of Man and the Great Emperor, so we will put that back. I'm pretty happy that he doesn't get too deep into that and just focuses on, you know, the factions. Pretty happy about that because I'm about to learn about all of that. Pretty happy. So let's see.
Spoiler, who claims to succeed where his father failed. The Black Legion are still an offensive and assault-based force, but they act much like the Ultramarines, but for chaos. Your standard black and brass Space Marine, who are known for recruiting in all different kinds of avenues. Anyone can become a member of the Black Legion. Anyone can swear allegiance to the War Master. You gain favored by not just one, but all four gods equally. Their famous line, "Let the galaxy burn," is the best way to describe them.
How the fuck did they manage that? You get the favor of all four of them? Is this just a lie for them to sign up, or is it real? And if yes, why the hell is that real? I thought they, you know, they're rivals basically, and bitter rivals always trying to outdo each other. So why would you gain favor with all four of them? That's special, I guess.
It doesn't matter what the outcome is, so long as the Imperium dies, the Black Legion has done its job. They are a legion formed from hatred and spite, with a clear goal in mind. As the Dark Gods are calling, and the Black Legion are sure to answer.
So is that basically, you know, they're not their legion, but it's sounds stupid, but they signed up for it, so the Chaos God put out the bounty basically on the Empire, and they signed up for it, and so every single one of those Chaos Gods said, okay, if you do that, if you continue your conquest, no matter what, we all will basically fund it. They're the hidden overlords behind them funding their Grand Crusade. I don't know how to say it better, but that is basically what is in my mind, you know? They're sitting there in their corporate tower, sending the money to this rogue gone gang to take down their former employee. That is the best I can come up with.
Hello. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ?
Oh no. No, fanatics?
The word bearers. Allegiance, heretic. Primarch, Lorgar Aurelian, a preacher, a fanatic, a choir boy. Single word descriptor, zeal. If the Black Legion answer the call of the Dark Gods, what if instead you decide to call the gods first? Well, then the word bearers are for you. The 17th Legion, led by Primarch Lorgar on the planet of Colchis.
Oh, it's still there. Oh,
obsessed with
see, that's what I just said a couple of minutes ago. It is just every fucking single one of those planets blew up or is destroyed in any way. Is there any planet still anywhere? I don't know, man. That's just, yep, what happened? Blew up. Also dead. Yep, broken. No is no more. Just,
the Emperor of Mankind is a god.
What's going on, man?
Despite his divinity, he was not worthy of worship because, you know, he razed their equivalent of Jerusalem to the ground for daring to worship him. Like, could you imagine if God actually showed up and was just like, Jerusalem is stupid, it just destroyed the whole thing? Like, what would that do in your head? But there are gods that want worship and will reward those who do. The word bearers are chaos worshippers to a T. All chaos gods. They specialize in demonic rituals, the summoning of demons, and the mutual possession of their own troops. They welcome demons to their bodies to fight as one. They exalt the dark gods themselves for aid, and guess what? They answer. In the world of 40k, Satan doesn't just call you back. He hops in his GT Mustang and he crashes on your couch. In the world of 40k, your rituals will end with genuine results. The word bearers know this. They know through sacrifices, through devotion, through dark baptism, the gods will answer and they will be rewarded. So they use it. They bring forth demons. They bring forth possessions. They bring forth the power of the neverborn, the damned, and those that hide in the dark to bear against the Imperium. Lorgar sits there, smiling, as the truth he always knew, the existence of gods and the importance of faith is a reality. And it is a tool he is using to rend the galaxy.
Dear Sir Stroke Madam.
Well, that was pretty intense, but I don't like them as much as some of the others. I don't know why. Maybe, you know, I like the demons in that part, but the worshippers, the cultists, I'm not the biggest fan of them usually. You know, the demons and all of that, they're kind of badass. Also, guys that fight side by side, but, you know, I don't know. This Legion wasn't that much for me. Even though I think it's pretty cool that they're all, you know, signed up for it and basically incarnated them into their bodies and fought together as a unity. I don't know why, but the 17th wasn't that much for me. Other salamanders, I think those are the memeiest ones, the super kind ones that save puppies from trees. No, kittens, whatever.
Fire! Exclamation mark. Fire! Exclamation mark. Help me!
The Salamanders.
It was Piff, right?
Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Vulcan, a Forge Master, a Behemoth, a very huggy boy. Single word descriptor, fire. The salamanders hail from Nocturne, a volcanic planet home to their primarch Vulcan. They are the largest of the space marines, not due to numbers, but rather size. Vulcan, he is an enormous slab of beef, by far the largest of all the primarchs. However, don't let his size fool you, as he is also the kindest. Salamanders have the juxtaposition of looking frightening, being larger than other marines, while also boasting an ashy, like coal color skin and blazing red eyes, while simultaneously carrying around all manner of flame weaponry. So your average civilian might be spooked, but in reality, they are by far the kindest of all the legions to those civilians. Vulcan believes that to safeguard the Imperium is to, at the end of the day, safeguard its people. So unlike other legions who put their lives far and above the average human, the salamanders spend significantly more time trying to save them, often taking numerous losses by doing so. They are very independent as well. They're forgers and blacksmiths, maintaining their own weapons and crafting versions of it. They also have the very rare privilege of being able to see their families even after becoming a space marine. They care, which is the funny part, because the 7.5-foot tall giant with flaming red eyes who just reduced a traitor to bubbling metal says, "You have nothing to fear, young citizen. Take my hand." If you enjoy fire, melting things, and being the nicer of the Marines, salamanders are for you.
Raven Guard.
Saga, sneak attacks don't work if you yell it out loud.
The Raven Guard. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Corvus Corax. A raven, a shadow. An industrial dance DJ. Single word descriptor, stealth. The Raven Guard are the final Loyalist Legion at 19 and hail from the planet Deliverance with Primarch Corvus Corax. If it hasn't been made clear enough already, the Raven Guard are stealth specialists and proficient in all manners of assassination. Despite this, their signature winged jump pack and double lightning claw look is, well, not very stealthy.
Yeah,
they're
not sneaky
named
at all.
after, of course, the Raven and embody the entire concept of it.
That's the first thing, basically, when I saw them with their bulky armor, those claws, everything. Stealth specialists. Huh. Do they have some kind of camouflage technique in their armor that makes them invisible? But then I thought, you know, they lost most of their technology and still trying to recover it, so I guess not. Well, maybe they're just good at their job. Maybe they're just really, really good at a job. And their footsteps are basically silent in multiple tons of armor, maybe. Who knows?
As a herald of death. They are stealthy, patient hunters that have no problem with waiting and waiting and waiting until the moment to strike is at hand. It's not easy being a stealth faction when your stealth involves people in 1 ton of power armor.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
That more than anything should not be used to show how ridiculous 40k is, even though it is, but rather to show how good the Raven Guard are at their jobs. It's not about them sneaking around you without being seen, but it's also about them having lied in wait for so long that it wasn't until they were in striking distance that you even realized they had been there. And also, if you want, you know, edgelord Marines with a long black haircut, pale skin, ravens everywhere, if you want to field assassins and snipers abound, then the Raven Guard are for you.
It could be in this very room.
Alpha Legion.
It could be you. It could be me. It could even be... Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Okay.
What? It was obvious.
The Alpha Legion. Allegiance,
very alpha.
Heretic. Primarch, Alfarius, and Omegon. Saboteurs, destabilizers, they're in your walls. Single word descriptor, espionage. Finally, the 20th Legion, the Alpha Legion, led by Alfarius and Omegon. The only Legion to have 2 Primarchs who were split as twins. The Alpha Legion are heretical, we think, and specialize in destabilization of society and armies. Their entire shtick is the Hydra, because when you cut off one head, 2 more take its place. All of the Alpha Legion look exactly like their Primarch. Olive skin, shaved head. All claim to be Alfarius. All are liars. They make the largest use of sleeper cells and cultists in the Chaos Space Marine faction.
That's interesting.
It's extremely easy to take over a planet when you
poisoned our water supply, burned our crops, and delivered a plague unto
Classic.
their houses.
Where the Raven Guard use stealth and sabotage to eliminate their enemies, the Alpha Legion prefer to weaken them over time with sleeper agents, impersonations, basically anything you can imagine from a hardcore spy movie or Cold War level espionage. Being Alfarius is not only an honor, being Alfarius is a requirement. There's a story of someone chasing down an Alpha Legion agent for years upon years, and when they finally catch up with them and they see that the agent is wearing the same face as their pursuer, because this was the plan all along, to kill him and take his spot. We're talking facial reconstruction surgery, we're talking hacking, we're talking political assassination and impersonation, everything.
That's crazy, but I think some of those make the greatest, you know, kind of stories with big twists in it, because it's just so, you know, so constructed, such a big net that can basically be wrapped around the story. That's pretty cool. It is a pretty cool concept. I don't know how much I would like it in a game. Maybe I would like it kind of a lot. I don't know, in a video game. Maybe not so much on the tabletop. I'm not sure about that. And in other, you know, kind of places, don't know if I would like it that much. But I think, especially for stories, maybe a game, it would be pretty cool. Though I think the strength really lies in storytelling with this one.
They are Space Marines in name only, because being a strong stoic warrior is not what the Alpha Legion is interested in. In fact, the Alpha Legion is interested in you not even knowing that the Alpha Legion is a thing. I am Alfarius. You are Alfarius. We are all Alfarius in his Lord's glorious army. Thank you everyone so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a little something. I hope if you were on the fence about what Space Marines you wanted to field, you would now have a better idea of what you want to
of course, the Second Legion. We all know the Second Legion is the best Legion. Everybody knows that, but we just can't talk about it, you know, because if we do, some things happen.